So here we are in the Columbarium of the Cathedral of Hope. Now the Columbarium is essentially a cemetery for ashes. So we've got these niches in these columns where people can reserve a spot to have their ashes interred into the Columbarium after their death. And I see here is Bill Ure, who passed away in 2016. He was the pastor's wife, as we like to call him. He was Reverend Michael Piazza's husband and did a lot of great ministry here when they were here for many, many, many years. Right here is Bill Sinnert, who was a tireless TV ministry volunteer who worked with me for many, many years. He passed away in 2022. And I believe one of these is my niche. So I'll get put in there someday, hopefully not someday soon, but eventually. So when they were moving the Columbarium from the back of the church to the front of the church, they had to take everyone's ashes out of the columns and store them in a secure warehouse while this was being built. And they had to do it under the supervision of a pastor because this is a cemetery. So they had the pastors come out, bless the ashes that they removed, and of course they labeled them perfectly so they wouldn't mix up everyone's ashes. And then the columns were emptied of the ashes, and the ashes stored in a very secure location. And then the columns were actually moved in one piece like they are after the ashes were taken out. And the pastor in charge of that, his name was Rusty Baldridge, remembers that they loaded the columns up on a trailer, a flatbed trailer, and were going down Cedar Springs to the warehouse where they would be stored. And as they hit a bump, dust from the columns was flying out. And he thought, oh, Lord, I hope we got all those ashes out of there because that would have been really terrible. But they did. They took care of it. They were very respectful, took care of everyone's ashes. Here's the niche for some notable members. This is Tim Taylor, who was a member of the board for many years, chairman of the board, I think, and he passed away in 2021. And this is his mother and father. And his mother, Gwen Taylor, this plaza in front of the church is named after her, in her memory of her, because she was quite the wonderful woman and would come. And, you know, she would like be the mother to all the little gay boys who showed up at church who were lost, looking for a home and had been neglected by their parents or thrown out by their parents. So Gwen was definitely someone who embraced them. So Janice Darrow, her daughter goes to church here, and Janice, or Big Hair as we called her, because she always had her hair teased way up, she was definitely the mother of the cathedral and was the most wonderful woman, would be anyone's surrogate mother who needed any gay people who came in and had been rejected by their family. She would love them, hug them, and talk to them, and definitely be their surrogate mother. She was a beautiful, beautiful woman, remembered to this day many, many times fondly by all sorts of people.